Hey guys, this is an unfortunate situation right here. I tell you, boy. Happy Monday, fried chicken. Hey, cutie pie. Hey, Lanina, the 1219219. Happy Monday. Hey, Calvin. Hey, Toby. Hey, cutie pie. What's going on, sis? So I've been hearing a lot of people criticizing. This is crazy, man. Shamar is I guess touring, doing a mini tour. Hold on one second, guys. I'm trying to set something up real quick. Shamar's doing a mini tour with Fenty. Now, if I'm not mistaken, which has always been confusing to me to begin with, but Shamar really caters to, which I don't understand why, but Shamar caters to a children audience. And I'm not quite understanding why he's setting himself up for disaster with this new music that he's putting out with Fenty. I really think that he's being used to the highest captivity. Once again, it's gonna fall back on him. Whatever takes place, the backlash that happens with this, because this music is tailored for Fenty's audience, not for Shamar's. It's bad enough he's not getting bookings and all of this stuff right now because of past things that he was doing, and a lot of people got wind of promoters suing him. He has an active $20,000 lawsuit now that he has to pay back whenever they can probably get to a large sum of money at one time. Then it can be snatched to pay back for the lawsuit. It's getting ridiculous. Everything falls always back on Shamar. Shamar don't realize this. Just like when he was getting the front end money or the back end money, and he was dealing with Alvo and Izzy, and they were taking the money, most likely splitting it, and Shamar wasn't going to the bookings, but was getting some of the money up front and not going to the bookings. That all fell back on Shamar. And so is all of what's going on now. Between Shamar, being attacked by people threatening to call Social Security, which we know they've already done that, trying to get his check cut off, reporting of the earnings of $60,000 that he either, I don't know, got robbed for or went through that money, not knowing how to count it. That being reported to Social Security. His lease is up in September. All he has really is his Social Security disability money. You know what I'm saying? And then he has now this gig with Fenty. It's just not looking good for Shamar at all. And things always happen in threes. So it's like, what are you trying to do, Shamar? You're trying to lose your check. You're trying to lose your the little credibility that you have in social media, when nobody's gonna want to book you because you're on you're on tour talking all this mess and rap videos and F this and F that, and you know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to be really tailored for a kid's audience. You think people are really going to be booking you with all this mess that's been going on and mayhem that's going on with you? Fenty knows exactly what she's doing. This music and whatever she's doing, this brand is only catering to Fenty's audience. She's using Shamar as the mule, and that's just my opinion. And I really hope that that does not backfire on Shamar. There's a lot going on with Shamar. You know, I really was thinking that it was going to help further Shamar's career being on this tour. I think he's going to 4 cities with Finny. But I'm starting to look at it. I'm side-eyeing. I'm side-eyeing a lot of stuff now. And, you know, I know a lot of people were kind of leery of him being used and abused, you know, for the gain of you know, Fenty. Now I'm starting to see what you guys are saying. A lot of times I either don't say anything to you guys until I get the 411 of what's going on my own. Then I'll speak on it. I really see Shamar crashing and burning, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, he has to have, you know, a sound mind and make better judgments for himself as well. Hello, Calvin. Hello, Mike Loves. Hello, Ronald. Maredo, how you doing? Yeah, this is I don't know. Shamar is slow. What y'all don't understand? Yeah, it's sad. Shamar thinks he's a big star and keeps that phone in his hand and thinks it's all about him, and it's not. It isn't, Toby. And you know, it's just, to me, it's just so sad. I mean, I just feel like 50's gonna rock him to sleep. I'm sorry. And you know, there's gonna be no repercussions for Fenty. She gonna cash in on the bag. Because like I said, that music is tailored to her audience. She's using Shamar as the fluky, the fall guy. That music does not tailor the image of what Shamar should be wanting to put out here into the universe. And it's sad. It's really sad how much of a follower this dude is. I don't understand it. You know, and I've been hearing a lot of people in the comment section of you know, of the on Instagram speaking on it like that's crazy what he's up there doing with her. They both sound crazy. They both looking up goofy. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. Hi, Internet. You know, it's just a really sad shame that he's just allowing himself to be put through that, because no one's making Shamar do that. Shamar thinks it's cute. Like that song, Get Down, Little B. Get shot down, little this and that. And you know, I mean, you can't be sitting up there going to no kids' performance, speaking about that kind of mess. He gets on social media like he's monetizing, always saying, get those likes up. Right, Toby. I don't get it with the crazy looking mohawk haircut, still looking dirty with no clothes. You are speaking facts. I am thinking the same thing. And yes, Shamar check can get cut off whether he believes it or not. Exactly, Velvet. Shamar been in rooms that regular people can be in with celebrities, and it's a shame that Shamar is still broke on the bus. Walking and living nasty with roaches is sad, right? But he's just making, you know what I'm gonna say to you too, to chime in on that. Soul Love, Shamar did this to himself though. Can't nobody put Shamar in position to be where Shamar's at but Shamar. And Shamar continuously keeps putting himself in these positions, putting himself in these rooms. Okay. And then nothing comes from it, because You know, if you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna get the same results. I'm sorry. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. You keep doing the same thing, you're gonna get the same results. If you keep day in and day out doing less for your life, you're gonna keep getting the same results. Hey, Ivan. I tried to call you, Ivan. You didn't pick up though. Please get on JD next. I don't. Girl, don't stop with that JD guy. He's another one. I don't trust him either, man. He's about to help rock Shamar to sleep too. What's crazy? He hasn't realized that people around him about him because he's still not monetizing. Everybody else is, even LaShawn, right? But see, you know what? With that saying, Max Boogie, that Shamar is lost in the sauce, because how come he's not questioning these folks that are supposed to be his friends? Why aren't they trying to help him get monetized? Because they can get through to him faster than we could. Like somebody like LaShawn, for an example. The importance of why he should be monetized and why it's a waste of time to be up here on any platform if you're not monetized. He knows what he needs to do to be monetized, and he still continuously is overworked and underpaid. Shamar is. I cannot get in her music. It's something about it. I can't either. I don't even know what kind of audience is even listening to that trash. She looks like an idiot, Fenty, in my opinion, and Shamar looks like an idiot right behind her. I'm really sorry. I just got back from a funeral in Texas. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that, Ivan. Your nephew, right? I'm real sorry for your loss. I was supposed to call you the other day, but remember I hadn't been feeling good. I actually took a nap before I went on this live. I'm gonna actually probably take another nap after I get off this live, because I got to do my other writing down some new subscribers tonight from 7 to 10. And I need to get that energy in me to do that tonight, because I've been holding off for days. This will be the fourth day of the month, and I have not done that content yet. Hey, Natoya, how you doing? They know he's missing some chromosomes, so they play on that and watch him. Yeah, but it's just sad, man. It is really sad. And I'm telling you right now, everything that I listed that is gonna happen, like him getting an apartment, he's gonna get on live, he's gonna tell people how they're threatening to throw him out or threw him out. Watch the rent office if he hasn't been accepted for an apartment. It's just, it's just so sad how he's so hard-headed. Shamar is hard-headed. It's like he's not thinking about anything. And even the people that are supposed to be there for his best interest, like Fenty, you think Fenty, who knows what she's even saying, like about his housing situation. She's just wanting him to go on tour with her right around the time when conveniently his lease is up in September. She don't care. She got somewhere to go after that little gig's up with Shamar and her. He has registered. I know half of these people don't like Kay, but she was right about Finn. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just scary. It's really scary, because September 1st is right around the corner. People don't realize how fast these months go by, how fast this time goes by. And Shamar, man, I'm not convinced that Shamar's out here looking for an apartment. He don't understand. He's on waiting list. He thinks because he's Shamar, he's bigger than the program. He's not realizing, Shamar, you're going to mess up and be in them streets. You're going to be back on here begging like Alvo's doing. It's okay. Yes, this weekend in Texas was a lot. I'm back in ATL now. Yeah, I know you've been going through some stuff, Ivan, man. I know. Keep your head up, Ivan. Oh, please do Kylie next. Please, please, please. I need to hear your commentary on him. I'll actually do some stuff on Kylie because Kylie kind of been Kylie kind of been like Kylie in. Yeah, I definitely will. I might even do something on Kylie tomorrow. I've been watching. I ain't gonna lie. I've been in the bushes with that Kylie situation, man. Kylie's been Kylieing. Let's just say yes, that. Yes, I saw him and Finney, a whole mess. They look really silly, dressed like twin sister and brothers. Yeah, it's just it's retarded. It's just it's too much. I'm doing good. That's good. Shamar looks like an alien of Men in Black, and Fendi looks like E.T. Oh no, you didn't. Let me stop. I was really trying not to laugh at that. I be trying to sometimes not laugh at a lot of stuff that y'all be saying, but I'm sorry. It be funny, and I can't help it. And I'm human, okay? Y'all be off the hook. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button, please. Y'all are just too much. Fendi takes advantage of him just like the rest. Yep. Meanwhile, Guy and SL Davis are thriving. My Guy and SL Davis are thriving. And so Shamar is an high function patient that needs to be in a group home. I know people like him. Yeah, I don't care what nobody says. I really think I'm not gonna say caregiver. I know that triggers him, and I'm not trying to trigger, Shamar. I'm not here. This is not a bash Shamar live stream, but he needs somebody to, I'm not gonna say the word caregiver, but he needs somebody to look after him. Because I'm telling you right now, I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain that he's gonna definitely come to the public saying that he has nowhere to go. And then on top of that, he's making bad business deals, where he can't even get bookings. You know what I'm saying? Where he can at least maybe put himself up into a motel every week, pay for Airbnb for a month until maybe one of these housing lists call him for an apartment or, subsidy. I don't really think that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. And I just think while he's not doing the housing thing to get himself situated so he's not in the street, and, also he's not securing his bag. He's just, the content that he's running around here doing with Fenty is going to jam him up. I'm telling you that right now. And that, I don't know what audience Fenty has. It's got to be a retarded audience that she has, and that's just my opinion. However, she's gonna mess Shamar up bad. Kylie in a relationship with a oh yeah, I heard about it. But you guys got to understand, allegedly Kylie, dibbles and dabbles. So, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So y'all got to look at that too. You can't just like single out, oh, he's with a fiend, because you don't know what he could be doing behind closed doors with the fiend too, Kylie. So, you can't just call the boyfriend a fiend. A fiend with a fiend. Back under the, you says West End Bridge. Wow. I'm not wishing no bad on him, but I don't see him getting up here talking about any plans on moving in no apartments. Every time he gets up here, he's up here trying to check somebody. Shamar is, check yourself and check yourself into a mental institution, because right now you're starting to really have me questioning you, Shamar. Ivan Jr., you are definitely in prayers. Shamar has got nothing, absolutely nothing to show for himself, with past bookings, fake jewelry, fake glasses, bank state. You said bad stank apartment, no bookings, just minor collabs that end up getting canceled, no money. Yep. And that's another thing too. I'm questioning too. You're putting your livelihood, for further bookings at risk doing this little tour with Finney, with this kind of content that you out here doing with her. But you're not looking at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Because if your check is snatched, from you until they do further investigation, of course they'll have to give him back his check eventually. They can't just not let him have his check. He's in trouble. And JD, are you gonna let him stay with you? When everything comes crumbling down, they just like you said, they look just alike to me. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. When I seen what I saw early this morning, all I could do was shake my head. I said, this is ridiculous. He needs an aide, like a companion aide, who do his budgeting and stuff, cleaning, shopping, his appointments right. He don't think he needs it, but he does. He really does. Oh no, what I miss? What's going on? Yeah, it's crazy. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the like button, and welcome to the 112 people that are in the live. Make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please also do so with the notification bell on, option all, so you guys won't miss these lives or my pre-recorded videos that go out. But hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. He's got to see this on his own, that this is not where it's at. It's not. I'm worried about him just because I'm a human, but Shamar's got to worry about himself. And I don't see Shamar worrying about Shamar. Shamar is doing Shamar, and Shamar's not doing the right thing for Shamar. Says, and it's sad because it can calm his mouth and reset his thinking. He would be cool, right? 1977. Says, right, his teeth ain't just come up missing. He's doing meth or Coca-Cola. Ooh, child, you talking about Kali's, man. Welcome, new subscribers. Please make sure that you hit the button as you come in. Yes, Latoya. Thank you, sis. I don't get it. Shamar, I could really wring Shamar's neck sometime. That is insane. That furniture gonna go right to the dumpster if he don't figure it out soon. Yeah, he ain't got less than a month. He thinks that the way Shamar's putting it, he making it seem like they won't put him out until he finds an apartment, until somebody calls him for an apartment. He making people think he's looking, but he got to understand he's on a fixed income. He cannot, and he even admitted that he just found out. He was talking about market rent. He didn't call it market rent, but when I talked to him, he said that he has to make 3 times the amount of the rent in order to get the apartment. So he's not understanding. He don't make 3 times the amount of the rent. So if he tries to look for a market or rent apartment, he's not going to qualify for it. He is going to qualify for an apartment that is a waiting list. Everybody's trying to get on. That goes by his income. He's not understanding that. And I was trying to tell Shamar that he don't listen. He doesn't want to listen. I don't know. Like I said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So he's got to see it for himself. He's got to want to see it for himself. It's just, it don't make any sense, man. It's just a lot of stuff right now against him. And it's like, he's not seeing. It's almost like I don't know. He just waits too long for something to happen before he realizes, you know what I'm saying? And it'd be too late. I can just see him right now begging every single day at the beginning of September, when he has to figure out where he's going to sleep at. Or he might end up having to be with somebody like LaShawn or something. Don't forget to hit the like the button. Greetings, Miss Dee Dee. Hello. It says, why he just don't renew his lease? Because allegedly, my dream star, which he probably would if he could, he's allegedly saying that they don't want him there after September. They don't want to sign the lease again. This is what he said. So I don't know how true it is. I'm just telling you what he said. So I'm just telling you what he said. Shamar's gonna get another storage and be living in high, and you said storage and be living in high-end hotels, and his supporters are gonna be sending him money. Yep, but that's gonna be dangerous. And you know that can also be time consuming, and it can get tiring begging every single day to have somewhere to live. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be under a bridge in that sense, but he's going to be back homeless if he's begging every day to get up ends meet to pay for an apartment. She did shady stuff to get that apartment. You talking about Kay? Most likely. Kind of hard getting apartments on low income in ATL, so I don't think Shamar is looking. I don't think so either, because I already told you I talked to him on what he had said. And he's aware also, and I know that he's aware of it, that is a waiting list. So I don't understand if what he don't understand. It's if there's a waiting list come September, if you don't find an apartment, yeah, you'll be on a waiting list, but you don't know how long you're going to be on that waiting list. So that means that if this rent office does not recertify your lease for a year, you're homeless. You cannot stay on that property. He won't last in high-end hotels. ATL hotels are done with drama. They're calling the police right away these days. Yep. So he'll be back in the street. So I don't know. Make sure y'all hit that like button, and welcome to the 144 people that are in the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know. It's just not making no sense to me. I'm sorry. It's really not. I just don't understand how he just loves to live on the edge like that. That boy is living on the edge. You hear me? And it's yep, and that's just what's gonna happen. Is he's gonna get into these hotels, and people are gonna come over there, start a mess. He ain't gonna have a control over the situation, and they're gonna end up putting him out. That apartment complex must be tired of his mess. Yeah, look how many times them cops came to that house. It's been home invasions in his spot. You people don't understand when you're on those subsidies apartment, and you think you're doing something, but every time the cops are called, they get a notice of that the cops were sent to that resident. He don't know that. He wasn't taught anything different, right? SL, did you notice when Shamar apologized to SUKIHANA, LaShawn went ghost? Yep. 𝗪𝗔𝗧. Yep. You said you hit that. She said, SL, did you notice when Shamar apologized to SUKIHANA, LaShawn went ghost on him? Yep. Bingo. Because none of them people are his friend. They ain't got his best interests at heart. Shamar about to be homeless, man, if he don't get himself together, man. Because he can't rely on these bookings no more. People are acting funny with him with that. All he's gonna have to rely on now is his fans and his supporters. Because if you're gonna rely on the system, you're gonna be on a waiting list like everybody else, Shamar. You're no different than anybody else. And if you're gonna rely on money, 9 times out of 10, the way people are mass reporting, your booking earnings and sending in videos, I don't know if they're still doing it. The only thing you're gonna be able to rely on, and that's not relying, because you don't know how people's finances are and what people are going to do for you this time around if you end up in a situation where you have to go back to begging. Shamar has so much talent and just wastes it with his foolishness. I just watched the movie he's in, and he was really good. Yep. LaShawn is not going to let him stay with him either. Please. He messed up with people who were good to him. DJ only let Shamar stay with him for a night or two, please. Yeah. It's gonna be messed up. A caregiver could have helped him get a low income apartment to help him. Right. If he had a caregiver, they could. They could definitely advocate for him, and he would be at the top of the list, but he's not looking at what we're seeing. He's looking at that like it's making him look like a crazy person to have a caregiver. He messed up his image with promoters by getting money and not showing up. Yep. And listening to Alvo, because Alvo did help mess him up too. I'm telling you. Alvo may have been around him and had some positive things that he brought to the table for Shamar at times, but Alvo didn't mean well by him. And Alvo also makes sure that when he broke up with Shamar, he destroyed that boy's career. He let Alvo mess his bookings up, requesting to be paid and not show up. Yep. Toby, yep. And Erica and C been stopped messing with him since that Shamar's done. Cobb County has an apartment nuisance guideline to protect the county from bad reputation. Shamar's only choice to go south or southeast. There is not so pretty. Wow. Yeah. So, I'm quite sure that if he could recertify, and I don't know, maybe the leasing agent over there, the manager, whoever, agent, whatever they call him, maybe they will reconsider. I don't know. Maybe Shamar lied and said that he couldn't recertify. He had to leave and he wanted to leave anyways. But I don't know. Only time will tell. If Shamar's still over there a month after September, then they obviously did certify his lease, and who knows, maybe Shamar's not worried about being put out because he's not being truthful about that he has to leave. Maybe he's just telling us that. You got to understand, Shamar got to keep storylines going too. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But I just hope for Shamar's sake that he can stay at that place, because if he don't if he's not able to sign that lease, he's gonna get put out of there and he's gonna have nowhere to go. And that's just the bottom line. I don't care how anybody looks at it. I'm not wishing that on him. I'm just telling you what it looks like for Shamar, and it don't look good. It don't look good. So, don't be surprised. It says Shamar thinks as long as he pays the rent, then he can stay in the apartment. That's why he keeps saying he's staying until he moves. He don't understand end of his lease means end of the apartment. I'm trying to tell you, that's what I've been trying to tell him, even on the back end, but he don't listen. He don't listen. Shamar said he wanted to leave because too many people know where he stays. Stop running your mouth and stay off social media. But we know that that's what he wants to do, Toby. But what he wants to do and what he can do are two different things. Shamar is not bigger than the program. If Shamar wants to leave for these reasons, Toby, he has to be on waiting lists. He got to put his name on waiting list. And even if he started the waiting list 2 months before his lease was up, he don't know how long it would be until somebody calls him for a new apartment. Hey, Deirdre. Hi, sweetie. Toby, that's true. Shamar had a lot of people trying to help him. Super was going to help him, but Super have an image. Shamar messed his whole life up. He burnt too many bridges. Oh, Super, you talking about Super from Big O? Because I know he knows Super. I definitely know he knows him. Yeah, Super got his own thing right now. Super got his own thing going on right now. He ain't nothing he can do for Shamar at this time. I heard allegedly Super owes people for that show that they were on, that reality show. He owe people money. I think that's the only thing that Soup is focused on right now, trying to uphold his image on that money that's owed to them people for that show. 21 and Drosky and all them people from Big O that didn't get paid through his company. I think the word on the curb, allegedly only one got paid was Super. Well, the lease isn't in his name anyway, so there would a whole new process for approval. If he doesn't have his ducks in a row, he will need 6,000 minimum to make a new lease happen. Well, we know he don't have it because all of a sudden all of that 60,000 came up missing right around the time Avery came around. So I don't see that happening. I honestly don't see that happening, Ivan. So I don't know where he's getting 6,000. And you never know. You know, there are people he has burnt his bridges with, and they probably still would help him, feeling bad for him, but I'm not guessing. Because I don't know what anybody will do for Shamar at this point. Shamar, like everyone keeps saying, has burnt his bridges with a lot of people. So I don't know. I don't know what good or bad can happen for Shamar at this point. But I just hope, and you just never know. He does know a lot of people, and a lot of people that he does know got money. But are they willing to help him is the question. That's the big question. So I don't know. But I just wish him the best. I try to do my part, and I try to tell him that they're waiting lists. He doesn't. He did admit that he realizes there are waiting lists, and he said he'd been looking at apartments, but he don't know. When he was telling me this, those are market rent apartments. Those are apartments he ain't gonna qualify for anyways. And he was saying that he needed 3 times the amount of the rent. So when he told me that, I was like, yeah, he's looking in the wrong places. And if he's saying people are helping him look for these places, why aren't they telling him he don't qualify for those market rent apartments? They're not telling him because they're trying to see him crash and burn. And that's sad. That really is. Don't waste that dude's time having him fill out no application for no market rent apartments because he don't qualify for that. They're going to look at his income, what he gets a month, and he's not going to qualify for them. So waste of time, I'm telling you. And even with market rent apartments, you're not the only one looking at that same apartment. There's like 20 other people trying to get that apartment. Market rent apartments. That ain't even no waiting list. It's whoever can meet the requirements. And there's only going to be a couple of people that are going to meet the requirements, and they're going to go for the one that is more beneficial for the leasing agent. You know what I'm saying? For that housing complex. If it's a market rent apartment, people don't look at the big picture of that. To help Shamar, but Shamar's mouth stopped Tyra from helping him. Wow. It seemed like he's gotten a lot of help over the years. It's just that he just don't want to reciprocate and be, appreciative. And then people get tired and want to cut you off. He needs to find something he can maintain, because some places don't count social media. Yep, yeah, exactly. My dream star, you are so right. Some places don't count social media money as an income. Exactly. And you are so right. You are right about that. Because I even heard of big time YouTubers with millions of subscribers, and they get millions of views, and they're getting money. And they had time, hard times sometime getting, I'm talking about just apartments, and they probably had enough income to buy a house, but they were just getting their first apartment, and they were having trouble using social media income as income. It's not really recognized as stable income. So you're right, but he doesn't have any social media income to be using to furnish to these people. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, make sure y'all hit that like button. Yeah, hit the like button. So I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know what he's gonna do. I just hope that he just gets it together. That's all I can say. Because it's not looking good for him. It's really not. And his credit is probably messed up. But listen, I'm not saying on too long. I just want to bring that to your attention because, you know, a lot of times we talk about stuff that doesn't mean anything in the world. And, you know, we should be, if we're going to talk about commentary and helping people and things that really do matter, it's these things. And you know, these are the things that I want to talk about because I feel as though it's not talked about enough. We're too busy consumed in the mess, you know, instead of the reality of all this. This is the reality that if Shamar doesn't get it together, he's gonna be in the street, you know. And you know, I'm starting to side eye Fenty. So listen, I'm about to get off. I will be back on at 7 p.m. to write down new subscribers' names, 7 to 10. If you would like to come over and support me, that would be greatly appreciated. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. I love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Bye for now. Mwah.